Hi, I'm Saren.
And I'm Ray.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics. Gimme, gimme.
This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another episode, another week of the Nightwing news. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
I'm Kristen. Hello.
And we got a full show for you tonight. We finally got the new issue, Nightwing 78. And we got some oldie but goodies for you. So,
Heck yeah. I realized we have 3 different Nightwing suits this week.
Ooh.
Rebirth suit, Disco Wing, and that other one.
Yes.
The second suit, the one that I like the least.
Your least favorite.
Atrocious Wing, I call it sometimes.
There's been worse. I mean, Ben did the Tim Drake. Supposed worse. All right, so should we jump into the new one?
Most definitely.
So pretty. Nightwing 78.
I would say, summing it up in 2 words, it was diggity dank. Diggity dank.
Nice. But yeah, I mean, I can read once we finish our review of this. We got a little bit of feedback. I mean, it was really good. I mean, I'm sure you enjoyed it. I there was 1 or 2 parts.
Definitely, I enjoyed it.
There was 1 or 2 parts I read. I'm like, oh, she loves this.
Yes, that's why I said this was A+. This is the kind of stuff I live for.
It is A+. I mean, it's a good story. The art is beautiful. I mean, the pencils, the colors are just amazing.
It's so wholesome.
Yeah, and I knew Tom Taylor would do a good job. Like I said, I've read some of his like he was on Spider-Man for a while. I've read some of his stuff. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I knew this would be in good hands. Yeah. But yeah, it starts with a flashback.
Yep.
I mean, I think Tom Taylor's got it down. It seems like he has a handle on the character, just like Tim Seeley and some of the others. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I also like how they're doing, and it's been for a while. I like how they're being more loosey-goosey with the time. So they're just saying then and now.
Yeah.
So I like that because then it doesn't,
Again,
they're like trying to do math or anything.
Well, 1, DC's trying to squeeze everything into the timeline, and 2, I think they've learned their lesson. It's like, this is going to age well in like 20 years if you put, actual dates on the
Right, exactly. So now and then is very good. But yeah, the bully thing, which was released pretty early, or not pretty early, but
Yeah, it was like the preview.
I mean, the first couple pages were in the preview.
Mm-hmm.
Although they had some good jokes. Bullies didn't get to me personally. After Tony Zuko killed my parents, there wasn't much left that could hurt me. And let's face it, you need thick skin to go through life named Dick.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I was going to mention that, yeah.
Yeah, they had some good jokes in here. Or maybe, not really jokes, I guess. One-liners. I believe that's the term.
But basically him and Barbara against these bullies.
Yeah. I wonder who's going to be the kid they're defending. I wonder if that'll come up or if it's just a random person.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know if we even get his name. I mean, we get that Shelton Loud, the bully.
Yeah, and he sucks.
But I love
making fun of Dick's parents, rude.
But I love that he takes down this bully who's 2 years older than him and about a foot taller.
Most definitely.
But yeah, I love that bully. He's like, oh, you're in trouble. My dad owns the cops. And Barbara's like, really? They're gonna believe you over me? Is that right, Dad?
Yep.
Then Alfred has to pick Dick up.
Well, no, they take him home.
Oh, that's right. They do take him up because Barbara's like, oh, you live in a castle?
Yeah, because Barbara has some funny things.
Mm-hmm.
You live in a castle? No. Do you have a dragon? No. Do your dishes spontaneously break into musical numbers? No. Beauty and the Beast reference. Yes. I wish. It was nice to meet you, Dick. If you ever get locked in the tower and need to be rescued, just send your fairy godmother to find me. Although, this is totally random, but in that picture where he's standing outside the car, his pants are so short.
I know. Come on, rich man. Buy him some pants that fit.
They cut off before his shoes.
But, yeah, I love this scene. I'm sure you love this scene with Alfred. Where he's just...
Yeah, I do.
Where he's basically like, Dick's like, I'm sure I'm in trouble. And he's even like washing the dishes. And Alfred's like, that's my job, right? And that Dick's like...
Right. Yeah. He tells him you can dry.
Yeah, I'm never going to be cool with that, right?
I just want to help. Yeah, he says, I just want to help. The only thing that's weird is he's calling him Master Grayson in this. Most writers have him say Master Dick, but I mean, whatever.
Again, I wonder if this is like early on.
Well, but he says it in the letter too.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
I think it might be. I think maybe it's just more of what the writer wants to do. I mean, I read it's more respectful to use last names. I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's really a big deal. It's
Again, I think they're trying to show. Yeah, Alfred puts on like a formal front, but yes,
Right, yeah.
But yeah, but Alfred's like, you fought 3 students, and he's like, yeah, they were hurt. There was a kid. They were hurting him.
And he says, I'm sorry, Alfred. You're sorry? Mm-hmm. Master Bruce may feel you should only be a hero when wearing a costume, but I'm glad Dick Grayson steps up when someone is in need. It takes a different hero to help without a mask. Aww. That's so beautiful.
I know.
Yes.
And then we spread.
And even the title is so smart. Nightwing leaping into the light.
I know that. Look at that. That is so. Oh my.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. But yeah, even the title, yeah, top notch. I also like how it says DC Comics proudly presents. Have they been doing that for a while? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
I don't know if that's a new thing. I know Marvel would do that for a while.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah. It looks like, well, I don't know if it's supposed to look like a movie or.
I don't know. But it's nice to know they proudly present Nightwing. They don't just present him. They have pride.
Of course they do.
They should. And then we get to the other bit that was previewed. The puppy.
Yeah, get it? Bullies again?
Yep.
Yeah, Dick drops down in front of the dog.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
And then, I think we got your favorite joke from this issue. Yeah. You can't shoot that. Don't shoot the dog.
Exactly.
In my experience, he'll lose his memory and start driving a cab.
And the dog should not be behind the wheel. I like this. I like this one. This is a cool image.
Yes.
Right before he beats them up. And actually, there's one kind of like that in here. I think that's kind of a fairly common image, but it's always cool whenever it happens.
Oh, yeah. It's his Batman stance.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys are so stupid. I'm like, they really thought Dick was going to let them shoot the dog?
I don't know what they thought. Well, obviously they're bad people who don't think clearly. They were beating up a puppy. I guess. Not just any puppy, a puppy with only 3 legs.
I know, but you'd think if anything, they might be afraid that, this guy's going to kick our butts, which he does.
Right. Well, bullies are not always smart, Phil.
I know.
But yeah, that was pretty funny.
So yeah, he runs them off, and then he tries to approach the dog and bites his hand.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, that is what you're supposed to do with animals. Let them smell you. I saw once on Jackson Galaxy's My Cat from Hell on Animal Planet, when he was talking with people about cats, he said if you wear glasses, which obviously Dick doesn't, but maybe he could have, and he can't use a mask, but he could have, that you can take your glasses off and let them sniff the end of your glasses, because apparently a lot of your scent pools up at the back of your glasses.
Oh yeah, it's probably pushing against it. Yeah,
right.
Look.
So I was like, if only Dick wore glasses, he could have offered his glasses to the puppy. Of course, then the puppy would have might have bitten his glasses.
Oh, here's a question for you, Kristen.
Yes.
Our friend Russell from the Tomes of Evil podcast. So does Nightwing have his own set of villains or just bad villains? I'd say both.
I would say both too. Wow, we're on the same wavelength.
I mean, I'd say Blockbuster is a Nightwing villain.
Well, yeah, and Deathstroke. I mean, Deathstroke was originally a Teen Titans villain, yeah. So I guess maybe that. Yeah, well, Roland Desmond Deathstroke is a Dick villain, but isn't Raptor a Nightwing villain?
Yeah.
Wasn't he a Rebirth person?
Yeah.
And what is it, Shrike?
Yeah.
He's just Nightwing, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Russell, Nightwing has his own villains.
He has some of his own, but yeah, he does get a lot of the Batman villains or the Teen Titans villains pop back up. Although, I don't know, has Nightwing ever I don't think Nightwing's ever been on his own against Brother Blood.
I don't think so.
I would kind of like to see that. I think Brother Blood is a very interesting villain. I mean, since he's a cult leader, I mean, you can get a lot of mileage out of that.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And of course, yeah, Deathstroke, that was originally Teen Titans and was kind of most obsessed with Dick. Since he took off, he's basically become everybody's villain now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but of course this dog's gonna fall in love with Dick. It's a girl.
You know, this was weird. I was glad that it was. I just assumed because so often the dogs are boys, or male dogs in just like in anything. You know, it's always been Ace the Bad Hound has always been a male dog, and Titus and Crypto's a male dog. So I was actually very excited that it was a female dog because it mixes it up. And I'm someone, I've always only had female cats. And so I was like, yeah.
But yeah, Russell's like, I haven't read much Nightwing solo, and I've only read him going up against like Joker and Scarecrow. Well, hey, Russell, if you want to jump in, this week's Nightwing 78, great jumping on point. New team, new story.
Oh, I was going to say also, Dudley Soames, when he gets twisted backwards, that's a Dick villain.
Oh, yeah. Torque.
And and what about Lady Vic? Was she invented for Dick, or was she in other
I think
things?
she first showed up in, that Nightwing 4 and 5 we did.
And the two Double Dare, two Circus Regrets, what about them?
Yeah, I think they're originally Nightwing villains, yeah.
Okay. So there we go. But in terms of, does Nightwing have any villains that are Joker, Scarecrow, Riddler, Penguin, Two-Face, Catwoman level? Yeah. I would say not yet.
Yeah. But, I do like this, where the whole blockbuster scene where Dick's kind of like, I had amnesia for a while, so, I was gone for a while. The villains kind of got bolder and,
Yeah.
So they got worse. And then, I don't know, the one thing I'm kind of apprehensive about that I'm willing to give it a chance, that it's like Blockbuster kills the mayor and sets up the new mayor, so who is yet another, I guess, daughter of Tony Zuko.
I know, as soon as he said that, Mayor Zuko, I was like, how many kids does this dude have?
Although, I guess I could buy it. I mean, I could see Tony Zuko having a bunch of illegitimate kids and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's kind of a scumbag, so he probably didn't even pay child support either, the jerk.
He might not even have known, yeah.
Yeah, but why would you have his last name then?
I don't know. Oh, that's true.
I mean, I guess if her mom gave it to her. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily want my last name to be that of my deadbeat dad's.
Exactly.
That's just me.
But then, Dick has his own apartment building, this apartment block.
Yeah, so I feel like they're mixing in some stuff from like the last time when Nightwing was in Bloodhaven, how he had the apartment building and eventually he bought the whole apartment building.
Oh yeah, I mean,
so I just hope that because this is Rebirth, but they're obviously mixing a lot of old stuff in. Blockbuster's back. They're doing some stuff. I just hope that they don't have Blockbuster get... I mean, I could deal with... I just hope they don't really bring back Tarantula and have that whole mess. I mean, if Blockbuster gets murdered and Dick, feels responsible, okay, if they deal with it properly, but they better not... I really was not a fan of that Tarantula stuff. I definitely was not a fan of the rape, so they really better not do that.
Yeah, I think they know that's controversial. Plus, I mean, it's like Blockbuster's alive, so I don't know how you do that.
Well, but I mean, someday down. I mean, I could see this years down the road. I mean, Blockbuster was around, and then he was gone, and then he was back, and I think it took more than a year, maybe 2 years to get to that point. So I'm just hoping that...
Well, they didn't bring Blockbuster back, I don't think, until Rebirth. So, I mean, it was a couple years, I'm pretty sure. No, sorry. I was talking about since they're borrowing stuff from the last time,
Nightwing run, I'm saying I just hope they don't repeat some of that stuff. And then I was saying Blockbuster was gone for a while, and then he was back. But then I think even after he came back, it still took over a year before.
Yeah, no, I think they're just like adding like little like story elements because they're doing it in all the Bat books. Because too long ago they mentioned like the earthquake, which I think when they started New 52, they had kind of erased that. So I think it's just like little things to be like, oh yeah, this still happened. Like the Gotham earthquake still happened. Dick bought an apartment that still happened.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I don't think they're bringing back like any big,
Okay, and I think I read Batman 101, but now I forget. So where do they keep saying for Batman 101 where the money went? Is this where the Joker took the money?
The Joker took the money, but then Catwoman got it back, but it ended up in the hands of Lucius Fox, who kept most of it just because he was like, there's going to be a lot of scrutiny on you if you take all that money back. So, yeah, like Bruce is basically living out of a brownstone now and like basically, fixing his own Batmobiles and stuff.
Yeah, but what happened to Wayne Manor? I mean, did he sell it, or is it just sitting there empty?
It might be sitting there empty. Because I know he was packing up. I don't think he sold it.
Does Lucius know he's Batman?
Yeah, now he does, yeah.
Okay, because I know sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't.
I think ever since, last decade or so, I'd say, probably since, like those Nolan movies, yeah, he got it, yeah.
Okay. So he could probably give it back to him anytime. I assume sometime he'll get it back. Well, and I also hope that Alfred comes back at some point, although I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay.
I think he will. So yeah, Dick goes home. Someone's in his apartment. And it's Barbara.
Yup.
But
although I'm a little confused why he jumps in his apartment as Nightwing. Wouldn't it make more sense to just go into your apartment as Dick Grayson? But
well, I guess if he thinks if he's gonna beat if it's a burglar or something, if he's gonna beat him up, it's it's more believable as Nightwing than Dick Grayson.
I guess, but why would Nightwing just randomly spring into an apartment that has a light on? That could be me sitting in my own apartment with my light on.
Well, he knows it's not him, so he's like, oh, okay, so it's probably an intruder.
Right, I guess. But anyway, it's funny he gets flipped.
Yeah. Barbara sees the dog. She's like, the Dick's like, she's going to the pound and, tomorrow. And she's like, no, she doesn't. You're so well known for turning your back on innocent creatures in need. The second she came through that window, this became her forever home.
I know. Well, I also like when she sees the puppy, how it's just a heart in the...
Yeah.
There's no words. It's just a heart and an exclamation point in the speech bubble.
As if he wasn't attractive enough to women. Yes, now he has a cute little dog.
I know.
But
I know. I just like how she says you have a fur baby now. Maybe the dog can be the upgrade he needs to his security system.
There you go.
Since Barbara was teasing him about it.
But yeah, she says she's the executor of Alfred's will, so...
And he's like, right.
I love that. I love that she's like, you missed the reading, you were, and he's like, I was someone else.
Yeah. Although this is one thing I don't understand. Why is he sitting outside of his apartment in his Nightwing outfit without his mask on?
Yeah, that's a bad move, but I guess you could say he's in shock because, well, first we see Alfred's left him a hefty sum. We don't see the sum.
A lot of zeros.
But yes, we know it.
A billionaire.
Yeah, Alfred was a billionaire. Why would a billionaire make me sandwiches and do my washing? For the same reason a billionaire would fight crime.
This is a random question. Is Tom Taylor British? Do you know?
I think he might be Australian.
Okay, because it's like a British, Australian kind of thing to say my washing, because most Americans say laundry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think he's Australian, yeah.
So when he said that, I was like,
Yeah. But, here's my, I mean, I know Alfred was already dead when Bruce lost most of his money, but, well, okay. I was going to say, why wouldn't Alfred leave Bruce money? But I guess Alfred assumed Bruce would have all his money still, so.
Yeah, plus,
oh my God.
Alfred doesn't have to leave Bruce everything all the time. Alfred can love other people.
Oh my God. You know what I just thought? You know what just hit me?
What?
Dick might be richer than Bruce right now.
Yeah, I think that's the point. Yeah. Maybe he can give his dad an allowance.
I know. Can you imagine that if Bruce has to come to Dick for, like, money?
Let's be real. Bruce Wayne is never coming to any of his kids for money. Bruce Wayne is so prideful. Bruce Wayne would be living in a cardboard box in Crime Alley before he asks anyone for money.
We could have a literal reversal of fortunes.
But seriously, though, I mean, that's funny, and yes, and of course, like, all of his kids would try to give him money, but Bruce Wayne is definitely the kind of guy that would never accept money from anyone.
Oh, yeah. But then
Alfred
also left him a letter.
Yeah. Couldn't... yeah.
Yeah, he talks about investing the money, because he was given a bunch of stock in Wayne Industries because he was Bruce's legal guardian after his parents' death, and he's like, he's talking about the investments. He's like, in fact, I plan to come to you for advice. Like Bruce, your mind is astonishing. You can think in ways no one else can. You are a problem solver, and the world is full of problems. I couldn't think of better hands to leave this fortune in. No, not Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson.
No, it's because Alfred is a little brighter, and I think my thinking is, I believe you will see this not as a personal game, but as an opportunity, because I believe in Dick Grayson. I think, that's why we had the part in the beginning, because, of course, I think Alfred recognizes that Dick will use it in slightly different ways than Bruce, and so I think that's what Alfred wants. That
Dick's going to see money. Dick's going to see money differently because he wasn't born into it like Bruce was.
Right. And Dick is also a little bit less obsessed with the mission. So, while Bruce obviously gives a lot to charity and is a nice guy, at the same time, Bruce Wayne has so much money. We don't want him to because it's like, we do. It's fake, so it doesn't really matter. But, Bruce Wayne could solve most crime in Gotham by just giving all his money to everybody in Gotham, and then people wouldn't really have reasons to commit crimes.
But yeah, Dick sees people. Bruce has been on. Dick has been on every side. He's been in humanity more than Bruce has.
Right.
Okay. Sure. I love this part when he writes, without wanting to apply too much pressure, I believe you can be one of the greatest forces for good this world has ever seen. I believe he's on.
And he's holding Barbara's hand in that.
I know.
Aww. No. And then he says, whatever you choose to do, please know I'm exceedingly proud of you. Proud of your heart, proud of your compassion, proud of your humor, your optimism, your strength in the face of everything that confronts you. And above all, though we rarely say it out loud, I'm so proud to call you my son. Yes. And he's crying. Yes. As you can imagine, I love this. I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, I read that whole letter. I'm like, oh my God, she's losing it as she's reading it.
I was like, this is so amazing.
I'm like, if Tom Taylor didn't hook her before, this letter has her hooked.
I'm like, this is amazing. That's why I said it was diggity dank.
Exactly.
About the only thing it was missing that would have made it extra level diggity dank is if there'd been a hug in there somewhere.
Barbara is holding his hand.
Exactly. And he is kind of hugging the puppy.
I was going to say that dog sitting next to him, too.
Diggity dank. So, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Russell. I love when comics pull at the heartstrings. Yeah, well, yes, a lot of Dick Grayson. Some of the better Dick Grayson stories do that.
Heck yeah, they do.
Because
this one was so good at that.
He's not an emotionless robot like Bruce Wayne.
Hey, Bruce has his moments of emotion too. All right, then. So the last thing. So Melinda goes home to, I don't know, her partner, her bodyguard.
Who knows?
I'm not sure. Yeah, they don't say yet. And she says, "What about Dick Grayson? I'm not ready for him yet. You can't wait too long. I know, soon. So, but excuse me, that seems to me to indicate to me she doesn't know he's Nightwing. It's not a Nightwing thing, because then she goes to the poster. Well, plus she says Dick Grayson, not Nightwing. Yeah. But then she goes to the poster, and it's the Flying Grayson's poster, and his head is circled.
Oh, yeah.
So it seems that there's something up, and I think it seems to be implying, Daddy Zuko didn't finish the job. That he was supposed to get the whole family.
Who knows?
That there's more to it than just extorting the circus.
All right. But yes, we actually do have some feedback. I'll have to check both spots. But on the Facebook page, Jesse put, Nightwing 78 is a lot of fun. There isn't a whole lot of action, but I think it's a really good setup, hopefully, for the series from here on. Yes, I agree 110%.
So true.
Let me see. Was there one in the group too? Let me double check.
Yeah, there was one in the group.
Oh,
yeah.
There's a couple. Yeah.
You got him?
It's not there. Wait. Oh, wait. Here we go. Was I looking in the wrong place? Yeah. 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 Just read it. It's everything you want in a Nightwing book and more. Also, beautiful art. Yes. Very much.
So true. Yep.
Yes.
100%. Oh my gosh, look, I'm looking at us on Facebook right now. Freaky. It's very, what is that, Inception or something? Yes.
But yes,
I agree.
Again, I think Kristen already gave her grade, but yes, the A+.
I know, I'm so excited to see where it goes next.
Very good job, Tom.
But now like extra makes me want Alfred to come back from the dead.
I think he's coming because I think they killed him off because Future State was supposed to be an ongoing thing and it's not now. So
okay, because I want them to have more moments.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come back and be like, "Where's my money?"
Yeah, well, he'll be like, "Can I have some of it back? I got to bail Bruce out."
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if Bruce. Well, I think Bruce had. They said Bruce has like he has enough income. I think he can afford Alfred, but. No.
I mean, obviously, I think that's supposed to be the thing, is also Alfred has all of this money because he never spends any money.
Exactly. But yes, A+, the only thing that will make this better is if you would come talk to us, Tom Taylor. So I've hit him up once. So I haven't heard it. I didn't hear anything, so I might have to hit him up again.
Okay.
We're coming for you, Tom Taylor.
If he's Australian, say we can talk about Australia. I have lots of... I love talking about Australia.
Oh, there's our hook. Oh, my co-host loves kangaroos.
That's right. Yeah, but he might be like, those bastards, I hate them. Which is basically what Ray said.
I don't think Ray hates them, but Ray says they're delicious also.
I know.
What
kind of like
F? That's just a really nice package.
Yes.
So we move on to this.
Oh, now we switch.
Before I derail us.
Now you have the paper and I have the digital.
Switcheroo.
Yes. So yes, New Titan 65 from April 1990.
Wow.
It began with Batman.
Dang. This is
Oh, once again, yeah, Marvel.
This is almost 30. This is 30 years old. Almost 30 to the month.
I know.
Dang.
Like once again, Marv Wolfman, but not George Perez. It's Tom Grummett pencils.
Yeah, he does a good job too with Marv's stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm mostly familiar with Tom Grummett. He did a bunch of Superman in the 90s. Was it? Yeah, in the 90s. Yeah, around this. I think it was around this era. Yeah.
Yeah, you're much better with the different artists than I am. I don't. There are some that are distinctive enough, like George and I feel like Jim Lee has a pretty distinctive style. I mean, obviously somebody like Neil Adams, but I think I also can partially recognize them because DC has kind of done a good job of promoting their style in other medium. Like, hey, look, buy this poster. It's designed by Jim Lee, sort of thing. That I'm not quite as.
Oh yeah, I mean, Jim Lee is a bunch of
recognizing him.
Jim Lee is a bunch of DC stuff, but over at Marvel, I mean, like he's so famous for his X-Men stuff. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, this one opens up with Bruce sends Tim still in the beginning of his training, so he sends him to Dick Grayson.
Yep. And he says, only you, meaning Dick, can teach me how to be his, meaning Bruce, his partner.
How to take orders, how to anticipate his needs without presuming them.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, I know exactly how he probably phrased it.
Yep. And then we see how one of the dynamics that Dick, he and Bruce are pretty good, but, a lot of stuff has happened, so he's still a little bit like, I'm not sure, what? Bruce ever was really a child or whatever. But Tim's like, I couldn't believe the list of accomplishments Bruce had achieved despite his shattered past. So while I agree with you, Bruce is still the most amazing man I've ever met, and that makes me want to be a great partner for him even more. Like, Tim still got the hero worship. Thing. But Dick had the same thing when he was a youth.
Yeah, Tim just likes to help. He's a helper.
Obviously we know Dick just likes to help too.
unlike that hooligan Jason Todd. Yes, Tim Drake just likes to help.
Well, Jason also likes to help. But yeah, I know they're already kind of pushing that. I don't know. I mean, I get it, but I also feel a little bit bad after Jason died that they, in so many of the comics, they're like, oh, Jason was bad. Jason wasn't ready.
I mean,
like, man, he just died.
I liked Tim, but they really went overboard to be like, you know, I don't know if Jason was like rubbing fans the wrong way towards the end. So they were like, oh yeah, Tim is such the opposite of Jason. They really went out of their way to be like, oh, he's so not Jason.
Right. I know. And sometimes I feel that they, they really played. Well, I mean, I think the writers were doing it even before they killed Jason, that they were really playing up the negative qualities in Jason. That, you know, I mean, but with Dick and Tim, I mean, Dick, he didn't really have too many negative qualities. I mean, obviously, it's not like he's perfect, but, you know, for so long, which, I mean, I still love them because I like the old comics and I'll read anything that Dick's in, even if he's badly written. But Dick didn't have a super defined character for a long time. He was just sort of Kick's sidekick, and they definitely cast him in a very, what was in their mind, all-American boy kind of thing. So, you know, he got good grades, he was good at school, but
the 40s.
Like, smart as he needed to be, you know, he was respectful of adults. He listened to Bruce, except for occasionally, kind of thing. He was just, you know, like exactly what you would want.
Yeah, 40s and 50s, you know, just the golly gee whiz.
Yeah, right, exactly. But then when he was with the Titans, he was kind of like filled the Batman role, so he was always, you know, the very prepared, and that kind of thing. And I think that then they really kind of struggled with coming up with a character for Jason. I mean, because at first they just made Jason Todd exactly the same as Dick, except with red hair, pretty much.
Yeah, and then he died.
Then when they decided to change it, then they went way the other direction, and they were like, Jason is the opposite of what Robin was before.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, literally before Crisis, Jason was just like a placeholder. I mean, he even had the same origin. His parents were acrobats who were killed. I mean, down to... Yeah, they wanted Dick for Titans, and they were like, well, we need a Robin. Well, let's just, you know, create a, you know, like a placeholder, like I said. And then after Crisis, I don't know if it was Denny O'Neil or someone got the idea that just, you know, why don't we make him different than Dick? And I think it really rubbed people the wrong way.
Yeah, but I think that parts of the writers didn't do a good job of writing him as a sympathetic character. I mean, they made him way too much of a jerk.
He always had an attitude, and then, like, I don't know if the decision... Supposedly the decision wasn't made, but the story before Lonely Place of Dying, him and Batman are, like, trying to, like, arrest this... It's the son of a diplomat who's, like, beating his girlfriend and stuff, but they can't...
No, I think he's a rapist.
It might be rape. It's either what it might be.
Well,
both.
I think it might be. I think it's both. It's both.
But yeah, they can't touch him because of diplomatic immunity. So like, they eventually find she commits suicide. The guy drives her crazy. So like, Jason gets there first. Batman swings in just as the guy's like falling off his balcony, and Batman's like, "What happened?" Jason's like, "Oh, he slipped." So basically, they don't come out and say it, but Jason probably murdered a guy. So it's like, yeah, I don't think he's long for the Robin role.
Right, but I mean, it's also so interesting how Damian as Robin has murdered people. So I think it's also a kind of different thing.
It's the era. It's the era too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they were maybe a little bit going through a rough patch. That was kind of when maybe it's when comics are transitioning from you know, the grocery store to the direct market. But yeah, I mean, because Damian does more extreme stuff and can be sometimes even more annoying than Jason was. But I mean, I know it annoys a lot of people, but a lot of people also find it kind of funny because you're like, well, at least it's not my kid. So,
and again, I mean, like I said, Jason suffered from the time period because they wanted Batman to be a loner for that 89. You know, because in the movie he was a loner. So they're like, let's kill him off. We'll give him another Robin in 1990.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So wow, I don't totally agree with people who say that Dick didn't get a personality until he became Nightwing. I mean, he was starting in Teen Titans and certainly in New Teen Titans, even when he's Robin.
Oh yeah.
Getting a developed personality, but I think they did a lot more work to develop a personality for the Robins. Really, once they got with Tim. Because they were trying to make Tim in between. It feels like they were kind of trying to make Tim in between Dick and Jason, so they didn't want him to be as golly gee whiz as when Dick was Robin, because they knew that wasn't going to work anymore. But they also didn't then just totally go the opposite.
Oh, yeah.
And so Tim is certainly more layered. So I definitely understand when people say, you know, like, you know, who's your favorite Robin or who's the best. Some saying, you know, I like Dick as a Robin as a sidekick, but, you know, Tim's Robin was both a sidekick and a more independent hero, and that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Oh, but this scene at the park, yeah, because Dick takes him to the park. They sit and watch a carousel for 7 hours.
That's a long time.
And then he's like, he's like, describe all the kids, who brought them, what they were wearing, and Tim's like, are you kidding? So, yeah, Tim's like, I thought we were meditating or something, or teaching me about patience. But he's like, is this the point?
That too.
Yeah, but he's all just like, you know, I thought this was going to be a snap. So did Jason.
I know, it gets really serious really fast there.
I mean, again, late 80s, early... Once Jason died for, like, I'd say at least 10 years, they were just like, yeah, Jason became the cautionary tale. It's just like, take this seriously, or else you know what can happen.
I know, it's a little bit dramatic. I know, and then he's like, only he never learned better. I kind of get, I don't know. I understand. I wish they wouldn't do that with Dick. I can see them doing it with Bruce. I mean, it's not necessarily to say it's out of character. I just wish they wouldn't, but whatever. It's too late. They did.
I just think Dick's feeling guilty, especially at this point, that he wasn't there when Jason died.
Yeah.
He wasn't even on Earth, but still, yeah.
Yeah. True enough. So then they bop on home. Also, I feel like that's super 80s to be wearing your tennis shoes without any socks.
Yeah.
I could not do that. My feet would get blisters. Ugh.
And then it makes your shoes smell.
Exactly. But maybe not Dick Grayson, because he's so spectacular. Maybe his feet don't stink.
Even his sweat smells good. Yeah, then
so then they're watching a drug dealer. Dick in his cool little beanie.
I know.
Drinking his pop. Although I do appreciate his explanation of how, you know, there's really no point in busting the drug addict. Wish the cops would take that approach. And the little dealer, if you want to do anything about his drugs, you need to go to the top, to the person who is, you know, trying to get people addicted.
I mean, I don't know if they did this on purpose or not, but is this kind of like, remember when we covered Batman 416 and Jason was trying to bust that drug ring and Dick's like, you gotta wait. He's like, they don't even have the drugs yet. You gotta wait. Yeah, you gotta... Could
be. It also could just be, it was the 80s and the war on drugs and DARE and stuff was everywhere. So it could also be that.
Right. I mean, I just wonder, again, was it comparison? It's like, I've seen what Jason did with a drug ring. Let's see what Tim's, reaction was,
It's part of it. Yeah.
But then it kind of, once they go to this drug dealer's mansion, they go, the storyline kind of converges with the Titan story that's going on.
Yep. But yeah, see there's our other big picture. Yes. A similar one. What do you want?
Well, we know who trained them.
That's right.
I'm sure that's lesson 1. Use the shadows.
I'm armed. You're armed? After he beats him up, I'm impressed.
I know. You're armed, and he just kicks the gun out of his hand, then kicks the guy.
So sassy.
But yeah, something's wrong with Raven, because Raven shows up.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, this was the other thing. So then, they fight through Raven, and Deathstroke's with them, which ties in with something else that happened, the other story. But then it cracks me up because, okay, the Titans are there, but Deathstroke's there, and Tim's just like, oh, Guard Logan, hi, I'm Tim Drake.
I know.
And you're like, wait, really? Should you have had him do that?
I know.
Because, okay, yeah, the Titans are there, but you're just out in public randomly, and also Deathstroke's there. I mean, I know Tim's not wearing a mask, but it's not like he's famous. It's not like, oh, hey, I'm Taylor Swift just showing up. The people will recognize you, you just could not say anything. Because, then, Deathstroke starts talking, so it's not as though he wasn't paying attention.
I know. I mean, I guess you could say Deathstroke probably don't care. I mean,
it's not like Deathstroke probably doesn't. I mean, Deathstroke...
He could figure it out. He knows who Dick is, so I'm pretty sure... I think they even say he knows who Batman is, so it's like...
Right, yeah, I mean, it's not hard. I mean, it's as soon... The thing with the Bat family, I mean, with most of them, as soon as you get one, you can easily get everybody else. I mean, why on earth would you think that, Dick Grayson is Nightwing, I wonder who Batman is? Does Bruce Wayne know he's sneaking out to work with Batman? I wonder.
I mean, that was... I mean, Grant Morrison kind of almost covered their tracks with Batman Incorporated when Bruce came out and said, oh yeah, I fund the Batman, so it's like...
Right, yeah, but let's be real.
Yeah, I know.
People would figure it out. That's why, as I pointed out last time, they make fun of it in Lego Batman. Bruce Wayne is Batman's roommate.
But yeah, Tim got not only the detective lessons, but yeah, he got to see Dick leading the Titans.
Yep. And Dick says, "You'll be one of the best. You'll make it. You're one of the very best I've ever seen." But also, right before that, they said to Raven, "You have more than friends, Raven. You have family. You have love." Aww. Exactly.
But yeah, I like when Tim's like, he's like, I saw how the others listened to you. I think I now see what Batman needs from me.
Exactly.
So.
And then Tim gets on the bus.
Yeah. I mean, Tim's very smart. Again, that's like another difference, from what Jason was. But I don't know. I think we talked about it before. I mean, sometimes they kind of like downplay Dick's detective skills and intellect when Tim's around just to show, look how bright Tim is.
Yeah, I think that's something that developed a little bit later, more than like after Tim had his after they had started developing Tim more, because you definitely don't see it here. I mean, Dick is like definitely in charge.
Once he's in the Robin suit, I'd say more to like the late 90s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it doesn't happen always. I think it kind of depends on the writer. But of course, the other thing is it depends on what book it's in.
Yes.
Because you're generally speaking going to be looking your best in your own book.
Definitely,
I would say.
All right, so what do we get to? What do we get to the last two, which
all right, which are Showcase
93, 11, and 12. I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys. We're just covering the Nightwing stories because there are multiple stories in these.
Right. And, when is this? 93. It's in the title.
Yeah,
so 3 years later, Dick switched into the middle Nightwing suit. Well, I mean, now it's the second Nightwing suit, I should say.
No plunging neckline, that's right.
Yeah, instead those weird wings. Alright, he and Tim are going after some drug lords. But also, this is kind of a learning mission, because this is in the middle of when Jean Paul Valley is Batman, and Tim is saying, I need your help, and also help me deal with this maniac.
I love Dick talking about how, Bruce picked Jean Paul over him. He's just like, he was suffering a broken back, and he was on a lot of medication. I know. And then Tim's like, and falling in love with his doctor, but Bruce still made the choice, and I've got to live with it. It's like, Tim, he's trying to excuse Bruce for making the choice, so it doesn't hurt as bad. I love how Dick's like, he picked him over me. He must have been on drugs.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Tim's tracking this one criminal, and Dick's tracking the other one, and the two criminals are basically working together now.
Yep.
There's a Barracuda, and who's the other guy? Barracuda. Oh yeah, this.
Yes. Although it's not it looks like it's Bracuda.
I know.
I kept calling it Barracuda, but the R and the A are in different places. And the other guy's Cholo or something, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just a weird spelling, but I thought it was supposed to be Barracuda because doesn't he have like the...
Well, that's what I thought too, because they say he's like the fish that he's named. Yeah.
He's got the teeth, yeah.
Yeah, but I think his name, a Barracuda. Well, maybe it's Barracuda, but it's definitely spelled differently. It's B-R-A instead of B-A-R.
They either wanted a weird spelling or someone misspelled it.
It's supposed to be the same thing. Yeah.
So yeah, we see more detective work here.
And then here, I feel like though Dick's reaction is the reaction of young adult, like 20-somethings, sometimes 30-somethings, I'll admit, everywhere, when Tim says, forget that adult, you're the one I'm trying to reach right now. And Dick, he has this sort of like, what? Slightly horrified face. I'm the adult who should take you seriously?
No.
It's always like, wait a minute. What? Yeah, the neighbor kids, they dropped this thing, like a jar that had glass in it, and they were like, can you help us? And then, so I came over to help them clean up the glass, and they were like, we have adult supervision now, it's gonna be okay. And I was like, oh my god, I'm the adult supervisor!
Yep.
Which obviously I'm an adult, I'm in my 30s, but, when kids are like, you're our adult supervision, you're like, oh snap.
That's right,
I'm
kid.
old.
That's right, kids. Blink and you're going to be an adult.
Exactly. So I really felt for Dick right there in that moment where he's like, oh, I'm the adult?
And he's got the ponytail here, but at least it's not out of control like in those first couple issues of the ongoing.
Yeah, it's not like a monkey tail. They can work on its own. Right, and in this one, we see Dick having computer skills.
Yep.
Also, look at those old computers. Most computers probably aren't half as powerful as your iPhone now. Oh, Chulo. Yeah, that's it. CHULO. So Dick's able to hack. They get some information. Try to disarm the guys. They go have a fight. And I'm just getting ahead to my favorite part, which is the very end.
They find Chulo, who I guess almost looks like a sumo wrestler because he's wearing like those robes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets away in the cop show. Yeah, this cop's like, yeah, we don't need your con here.
Yep. And then they follow them to their boat at the dock. And then they throw a grenade at them, so they have to jump off into the water. And then it comes to my favorite part right at the end. Tim's inner monologue says, there isn't much more to say, nor the strength to say it. We decide to sleep. Kablump. They take a nap on the dock.
Well, they pass out, yeah.
That's my favorite part. Because it just cracks me up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Nightwing cycle.
And then I enjoy how... Are we ready to go to the next one?
Sure.
Partners. I enjoy how the very first page is them still napping on the dock, but this is them waking up, and how they're just totally flopped out. All wet. It cracks me up.
Must be dreamy. Oh, yes, this one's written by Doug Mensch, who he wrote the Batman issues of Prodigal. I think he was setting this up. Yeah, he was setting that up. But that cop shows up again, and
right, because they're partners. And Tim is admiring how Dick is just letting this cop get in his face, just chilling. And the cop does have some pretty hilarious things that he calls Dick. Captain Spandex.
You asinine costume geek.
Yeah, that was those two were pretty. Those two are the best. For sure. Yes, I think Captain Spandex might be my favorite.
But I just love how he's like, you ought to know better. You and your former Titans pals almost destroyed the city, and now you're just like running with a kid. And Dick's like, kid or not, I don't see a better partner around here.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Dick knows what it's like to, feel, underestimated because you're, a kid, Robin.
Who's not wearing any pants. Yep.
Well, Tim.
Oh, yeah. Also, he calls them these two drag queen vigilantes. They're going to get their fancy pants busted.
Damn.
This cop has a lot of anger to work out.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I don't know why I would call them drag queens. Their costumes don't really look anything like a drag queen.
That cop's just jealous. He doesn't look as good in spandex.
No drag queen would wear this second Nightwing costume. It is not good enough. Maybe I could see finger stripes. I could see the deep V. You accessorize it right, yes, but not this one. This one's the worst, least sexy of them. Definitely has no business being on stage.
This is a straight man suit. That's right. With no fashion sense. Yes.
Yes. It's so definitely. So then Captain Spandex and Sidekick Spandex decide to follow along since Tim through a little homing device in his R. What do they call those? A shuriken? A shuriken?
Yeah, it's basically just a throwing star, but it's in the shape of an R.
So it's snazzier.
But we see, Dick's trailing Chulo from Keystone City from Flash issue 83, which we will get to this year.
Oh, okay. Maybe we should have read it before.
I know, I wasn't thinking, but yeah, so.
It's alright. Sometimes it's hard to, like, line them all up, you know?
I kind of was, like, packing this in with the Titan stuff because, you know, new Titan 65, then I was like, oh, hey, Tim, well, that works.
Right. Well, I mean, because is he still kind of, no, this might be right after he transitioned out of the Titans permanently.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I think his last issue in Titans is 113 or 115.
Something like that. Yeah, because I think he pretty much goes from here to the end of Nightfall, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right. And then they have the deal. Dick says, you remember you're a kid and I won't treat you like one.
Yep. But yeah, then the villains find the bug, and Tim's like, oh, the signal died. Now we'll never find him. Maybe not, but we know the signal is coming from upriver.
So they just follow the river.
Yep.
To the woods. To grandmother's warehouse we go. And boom. They bust in on them.
Oh my lord, but yeah, they catch the cops and they're gonna burn them to death.
Yeah, the bad guys get
Yep.
the bad guys, the cops, yeah. And they have
Tim, I wonder how the good lieutenant would feel about us crossing into their paths now.
Yeah, he might be singing a different tune.
So they crash through the window. But the warehouse catches on fire. But Dick and Tim take down their. Well, they're fighting their enemies, but then the roof kind of makes short work of them.
Yeah, no, wait, they pull the roof down on them, don't they? Isn't Tim throwing like a Robin rope?
Oh yeah, they both. I think they both throw a line. Yeah, and they bring it down.
And then they're like teamwork.
Yep. So then the cops arrest them. I love Tim. Not a word about recklessness. No lecture and no rank pulling. Nothing but mutual respect.
That's what we like to see.
Yep.
Lieutenant, all right, maybe we were kind of off kilter about you costume guys. He says, relax. We're on the same side, even if we're not exactly partners. Aww. And then Dick says, I don't know if I helped you with your John Paul Valley problem. Tim says, you actually made it worse. And he's like, what made it worse? Says, by showing me the way it should be.
That's right.
And then Dick, words that everyone should live by, but we so often don't. Good luck, kid, and don't grow up too fast. But then it's funny at the end, Tim saying, maybe if I stop treating him like a kid, we'll be partners yet.
Oh, boy. Okay, here's my question. The next story is a Green Lantern story. Why is it with Nightwing and Green Lantern stories getting teamed up? Because those Action Comics Weekly, they were in the same issues. Now we got Showcase with Green Lantern and Nightwing.
Yeah, but Nightwing and Green Lantern don't team up that often, do they?
I know, and they don't even in this issue. But I'm just saying, their stories getting put together in issues.
I don't know.
All right,
is that Hal or is that Kyle?
It's Hal.
Hal. Okay.
Yeah, this is like a year before Cal. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Done.
So yep. So
which one was your favorite? I mean, I'd say it's hard to say. There was all really great stuff.
I love these classic issues. They're the greatest, but maybe it's just the high of it. But I might have to say the new issue.
Yeah, everything was a winner this week. This was a solid week.
Oh yeah,
we really outdid ourselves, Phil.
4 A's.
Exactly.
Or I could say 3 because that one was kind of a 2-part story. But yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Let's combine the two together. Yes. Gold stars for everyone.
Chef's kiss, whatever.
That's right.
All right, so let's see what we have on the schedule for next time so you people can send feedback. We're not going to have a new issue next time.
I know, that's like a month, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, DC, they'll put them out weekly. Come on. Oh, here we go. That's right. We're going to get into some of Kristen's favorite picks here. Next time, Batman 18 and 19 from 1943.
Oh, yeah. I think these might be ones about the Batcave. I'll have to go and double check. But yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna start a run of some old Batmans. Yeah, next time, Batman 18 and 19 from 1943, and then the following episode, Batman 10, Batman 22, and Star Spangled Comics 91.
Yeah. So, heads up, everyone. Batman 18 and 19. I think I said we're going to read them all. That actually means 8 Batman stories.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah. So, set yourselves up some time to read.
So, I'd say, what do we got?
We'll maybe just highlight the couple best ones. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's a couple in here that are, like, a bit above the rest.
Yeah. I mean, we'll throw the next issue in when it comes out, but yes, basically for the next month, it's old Batman issues. So yes, we're gonna get a lot of Dick Grayson, Robin. So
heck yes, yeah. These are all my picks. Some of the old stuff is just so hilarious.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not as familiar with it as you. That old, really old stuff. So
I'm just trying to expand. I'm just trying to expand your mind, Phil.
Get it, history teacher. Get it.
That's right. And I mean, as we said, last year when we did favorites, that one, Bruce Wayne loses custody of Dick Grayson, that is one of my absolute all-time favorites. That one is so good because, it's so emotional.
But
everything that I love in a comic.
And and then stay tuned. We're gonna have a big crossover in June with all the DC shows on the Capes and Lunatics sidekicks, because we're going to be doing Eclipso annuals for, well, of course we're going to be doing the Titans one over here, but of course the Batman, we Are the Night, our Batman podcast, Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast, and I think we're doing some on Comic Capers. Yeah, so big crossover for a bunch of our shows in June.
Dang.
Eclipso, yes. All right. Anything else, or should we get out of here?
I think that's everything.
Oh, we gave the kids so much today.
I know. It was an A+ week.
It's like Christmas in March, kids.
Exactly. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yes, that's right. We're recording this on St. Patrick's Day, so see, you guys were lucky this time. So,
all right, we better go before we make more ridiculous jokes.
Hurt ourselves with those puns. Yes. So
exactly.
Yes,
we're just channeling our inner Dick Grayson there.
So yes, next time, send us your thoughts on Batman 18 and 19. Unless you got some reprints somewhere, DC Universe Infinite. Read them, send in your thoughts, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook, Twitter. Go join the Bloodhaven Bulletin, our Facebook fan group. Leave your comments on all the classic comics we review, or even the new ones like people did this time. So find links to all those, links to all of our social media for all our shows, links to this YouTube. You can watch our smiling faces, links to the Patreon, links to merch, links to everything, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio and Hunt a Killer. Be like Dick Grayson, Hunt a Killer. Use the code Southgate for both of those. And then go, for you smart people who read, one, pick up Pod Life the book, now in digital paperback. Learn all about podcasting. What?
I said, if you're reading comics, you're reading.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Well, if you're reading anything, come on. Hey, even if you just read comics, it's better to read that than nothing.
No, I was just laughing because you said if you read, and I said if you're reading comics, you're reading.
I thought I said if you're smart, you're reading. Pod Life the book, and then also pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder, put together by I was going to say the woman I'm virtually sitting next to over there. The camera's backwards. I can't. It's hard.
This way. No, wait, this way.
There we go. Over there. So yes, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder, and Pod Life the book. Get those both on Amazon, and when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that villain who sits around in his kimono robes, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain. So says Master Do. Please kick me in the pants. Mark my words.
Alrighty, and again, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder.
You know, we should start on the Facebook group. What do you think Dick's gonna name the dog?
Oh. Does he name it after an old girlfriend?
I was gonna say maybe he names it Mary after his mom.
Aww. Maybe.
But would it be weird to name a dog after your mom? I don't know.
Why not?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Or is it gonna be like a typical dog name? Like, I mean, it's not gonna be Fluffy. The dog's not Fluffy. But...
I don't. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, I might have to put that up. Good thought. All right, kids. So yes, you have your homework. Yeah, join us on Facebook in the Facebook group. What is Dick Grayson? Maybe we'll have a prize or something if we can figure out the name of the dog. But until then, join us same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News.
I am Connor from the House of L.
And I am Ray from the House of Zod.
We are two of the many survivors of Krypton's destruction, and we have made our home in Australia, and dare I say, have become Australians, for better or worse. But we have also decided to read Superman comics, read Superman books, watch Superman shows, cartoons, movies, basically everything Superman, and from an Australian perspective as well. Whether you're a seasoned fan, like me,
Or whether you are coming in fresh, wide-eyed and wanting to learn more like me, then this podcast is for you. Join us for our bi-weekly adventures available on all good podcast catchers.
so just search for Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. We'll be coming to you from Australia or some cosmic dimension, wherever we are that week. Up,
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 and away.